Hi everyone. Today I'm just going to be preparing green juice for you. I'm going to show you how to get a really nice green juice recipe and to juice it and also to prepare it. Okay, let's start with, I usually use spinach. This is from my parents' garden. They have organic spinach growing at the moment. They have a greenhouse and it's quite a big spinach. It's quite a big leaf. So I just cut it in half. I cut off the stems. I don't juice the stems because of the oxalates, but I think this is still fine if you just keep a little bit of the white stem. And then I use, this is also from my parents' garden. It's a bit smaller type of cucumbers. So I have about 5 here. This is going to be a bit more than 1 liter probably green juice. I usually aim for 1 liter green juice to drink on the morning first thing after I woken up, before I eat anything. But I usually just drink some water, and then I have 4 apples, and I have a small piece of ginger. Okay, for some people, I think this is quite a big piece, but for me, I like to drink a lot of ginger. If you try green juice the first time, don't drink so much ginger. It's going to be very overpowering. So just drink like a small piece, like this much out of it. So I'll see how it looks. I think I might just only juice some of this as well. Okay, so let's start. I usually cut up the spinach like this, like I mentioned before. Then I'm going to juice this first because of it's easier for the machine if you put in the lighter things first, and I can put the heavier things on first. I used to have a centrifugal juicer, and this juicer really changed. It's a game changer because it's a cold press juicer and it doesn't create foam, it doesn't oxidizes the juice, and it just comes out, you get so much more juice than the centrifugal juicer. I bought this recently. It wasn't that expensive. It's not any of those really expensive cold press juicers. And what I figured out is that I usually put in the lighter stuff and then I put the heavier things in afterwards, and then it will juice really nicely. Okay, let me show you quickly. I'm gonna put all the leaves in first before I switch it on. Some of the leaves. Okay. I just keep putting it in as the machine's moving, and I'm pushing it down if I need to. Just wanna check if my mic is on. So this juice is not as noisy as the centrifugal juicer. What's nice about this juice is you can keep it a bit bigger pieces, especially leaves, because it will juice it really nicely. I'm just gonna open this already. You'll see it's like a really nice green juice that comes out. Okay, so I'm just gonna stop it here, and I'm gonna continue with explaining what else I'm doing. So this is an organic cucumber, and usually any cucumber, if you wash it with bicarbonate of soda, even if you don't buy organic, I don't wash this with bicarbonate of soda because it's organic, but anything that you buy in the shops that you use the skin, I usually wash it with bicarbonate of soda, a little bit in water, and then leave it in for 15 minutes. So with cucumber like this, it's nice to use the skin as well. Don't cut off the skin. So I usually cut it into small pieces like this so I can easily fit it in the machine. I just use the same bowl because why use so many things? You just don't want to wash so many things in the kitchen. You know, especially as a raw vegan, sometimes you just get really lazy and you just don't want to wash things. And even as a vegan, or even as anybody that wants to just eat healthy, and just get your vegan journey going. Or even if you just want to eat a bit healthy and you're still eating meat, one green juice in the morning really is a game changer. You should really try it. It's amazing. Usually, you can't go wrong if you enjoy juices. It's so expensive in the shops, and especially if you want to buy like a liter of juice, it's like they sell it like usually 300 ml. But I suggest that you start with at least half a liter, 500 ml of juice, because you need to get your system going and start detoxing on the morning. And I think that 200 ml is not enough, or 300 ml. And at the beginning, I didn't know that. When I started juicing, what happened is that I tasted some green juice a couple of years ago at a restaurant that makes green juice, at a coffee shop. And I was thinking, oh, this is so amazing, but it was so expensive. So I thought, let me order just a cheapy green juicer, like a juicer. And it came with a book, and I just loved the recipes I tried. And also it had the 7-day juice cleanse. I didn't do the 7 days, I just did 3 days, because in South Africa we had the electricity cut out, unfortunately. We live in South Africa. And, whoever lives here knows what I'm talking about. And if you don't have solar at that stage, I didn't have any solar system installed for the house. Now we have solar panels at the top and battery system in the garage. So we're totally off the grid, which means that we hardly use any municipal electricity. And that is amazing for sustainability. I can really recommend it for anybody. So you can live anywhere in the middle of nowhere, even if you want to. Okay, I'm just gonna do, this is quite a lot. Let me just show you. This is quite a lot of cucumber. And I'm just gonna do probably one big one, and then I'll see how it goes. Yes, and so I had this book, this juice start. It says juice start, change your body in 7 days. It came with the juicer, that cheap juicer that I bought, that centrifugal juicer. And then I started juicing. I thought, let me lose some weight. At that stage, I was about 10 kilos more than now. And well, I'm turning 45 now. And what happened is, I had the juice, and I started feeling so good. And also, I started having obviously detox symptoms. And then I realized my whole mind was, I was just dreaming vivid and everything. And in a couple of days, I lost a couple, like 2 kilograms. And I realized there's something to this. And at that stage, I had very bad eczema as well. So I decided I'm going to start juicing every day. So I started juicing every day. And according to this book, the juice recipes only comes to about 200-300 ml of juice, which is not enough. Over the years now, I realized that this is doesn't work for me like that. You need more juice. And if you ask anybody that juices and any detox specialist, you will realize that that's not enough. And it's got the juices have structured water in them, so you don't have, this is like the cleanest water you get, because the plants filter the water for you. So I'm putting this in. I wonder if I should do this last. Sometimes I think it's also I think I'll do this last. And then I'm gonna first cut up the apples as well, and the ginger, and then I'll juice the cucumber last, just to be the heaviest, that pushes everything down, so everything gets used up in the juicer. Because what happens is, in the juicer, the light things might get stuck here, not stuck, but then there's no way for you to push it so much down. As you can see, this thing that comes with it only goes that way. So I'm trying to maximize all the green juice. So I usually cut out the inside of the apple. You don't have to. You can juice an apple as a whole. But I like to cut everything, because sometimes some fruits and vegetables have something bad in them. like a worm or brown stuff. So I want to cut it out. And also it's easier on your juicer. If you don't have the best juicers like the normal juicers or something, then you need to do this. And I also need to do it so it fits into the juicer, you see. So I cut it into like 4 pieces. One half I cut into 4 pieces. And this is just to make sure that I can juice it nicely. I leave the skin on. I usually, like I said, I would wash all the fruit and vegetables with bicarbonate of soda when I bring it home from the shops. And it's really important because that washes off a lot of the chemicals. Obviously, certain chemicals that might go into the plant, you can't wash that off, but apples is on the top cleanest. They don't put a lot of chemicals on apples, so it's actually very good to eat it. And also it's very inexpensive. Like I use apples the most for juicing because it's so inexpensive to juice, because for juicing you need a lot of fruit and vegetables. And I usually, for this recipe, I sometimes substitute the apples with pears, and then I also substitute it sometimes with pineapple. But this one specifically, pears and apples, works the best because it gives it a nice taste. I put 4 in just to take that. You need something sweet in any juice. You're making a green juice or another juice that like carrots in it, or carrots is actually not so bitter. It's the green things that are bitter, like the spinach and any herbs that you're putting in. And if you're not used to it, it's really gonna taste bitter. So if you never been juicing in your life, do not drink green juice that doesn't have something sweet in it, like a fruit or some sweet vegetables or something like that. I really highly recommend that. And yeah, so I cut this up, and then I'm gonna also cut up my ginger, because the ginger I like to put in with the apples, because then it gives it a nice pressure to push it down, because you want your ginger to be really nice and juiced out, because it's such an. So I'm gonna cut it into smaller pieces like this. I left the skin on. For the centrifugal juicer of mine, I used to cut the skin off because that juicer was very it wasn't a good quality, so it couldn't juice it that well. It blocks the juice and everything. But if you have a cold press juicer, keep the skin on. I did rinse the roots, obviously. I think I'm gonna juice all of it because it's actually not so much for me. But if you're starting off juicing, just use like a small piece like this. As you can see, if I take it a bit further away, it's about a centimeter. So I'm gonna put it in here. Then as you can see, I've got a whole big container full of things. The best is when you're juicing is you go for the whole food stores, where it's almost like also the farmers markets, where you can get a lot of specials, and whatever is in season. So if I don't have spinach, then I will use celery, for example. There's also a nice celery juice recipe. So you have to just go with also what's in season. That's actually best for your body because it's got the most minerals and nutrients for that time of the year wherever you live. But also, yes. So what I was saying is, yes, that choose everything that's in season, and also trying to save money with that by buying bulk. So these wholesale fruit and veggie shops, they will have it wholesale. So you can, I sometimes buy 2 3 cucumbers for the same price as I would buy in a normal shop, for example. Or you can buy bulk, like a huge watermelon or honeydew melon. That's amazing right now. It's in season. It just tastes like really like honey. So I'm gonna juice this now. I'm gonna just push it through. We just go a bit back just to get it moving. There's another function that reverses it. Okay, I'm just gonna put a bit more in. The spinach is a little bit difficult to juice sometimes with the juices like this that doesn't have a lot of space like a normal juicer. I would love to have a normal juicer one day, for myself. I had to just press the spinach a bit down. I use this tool that it comes with. It's like sort of like a cleaning tool as well. Just remember that I'm still learning with this new juicer, so I think that it's also with you. If you have a juicer, you know what to do. And I did put in a very big spinach leaves. Maybe next time I must cut them a little bit smaller. So I'm continuing now with the juicing. Okay, so it just takes a little bit of time to juice, but it's worth it. I promise you. Oh, I just closed this little flap so it collects the juice here a little bit. So I'm just gonna stop it now. Then I want to show you. I'm just gonna get some nice containers that I got. I've got these containers. It's actually really nice ones. That's got this top on, so you can actually keep juices fresh. I like to make it fresh for the day, but my husband was doing juicing for a couple of days, and I made him juice and he didn't finish one of the juices, and I left it in for the next day, and it was still perfect because this actually seals it doesn't let air go through. So I love these containers. These are 1 liter. So obviously this juice, it looks like it's gonna be more than a liter. So I also have smaller containers. So when you start juicing, start with, like I said, 500 ml. So I got these, trying to use glass containers. So these are the glass jars, and I've got a top for it as well that I bought. I used to use this at the beginning, or even now when I have a little bit left, I would put it in here. Or for my husband, I did the juices in this, and this is brilliant. You can wash it in the dishwasher as well, and then he could take it to work as well. So you could make for the whole day the juice. Okay, so you could juice all your juice the previous evening as well if you need to get to work. So let me just show you what it looks like. It's got a little bit of foam at the top. I usually just remove the foam, so I'm going to remove that quickly. Then I'll pour it in. I'm just quickly remove it here at the sink. You can drink the foam as well, but it just looks nicer and it's cleaner, if you just remove the foam. So I'm gonna come back and then just show you. Just remove the foam a bit. Then what I do is just gonna move here where you can actually see me. I use a small sieve just to get rid of the little bit of, you can have that fiber as well, but it's just the juice tastes nicer if you remove that as well. And if you're on a serious detox, better not to have so much fiber, just to let the juice do its work. So I'm going to put it in here, removing the little bit excess fiber. I'm just gonna do this before I run out of space here in the glass. So you do get a little bit of extra pulp. I'm gonna show you now. Let me show you. So it looks like this. It's a little bit extra, with the cold extraction juicer, you will get maybe, or any juicer, I think you will get a bit more. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to use the second one because, as you see, there isn't so much left that I'm going to use the 500 ml, so I can drink it out of this one. So I'm going to put that aside. And then what you need to do is that if you want to store your juice, let me put it back here, you need to fill it up totally to the top, so there's no air. So this will last you, a couple of days, like we said. You could juice for a couple of days. And then I filled it up like totally to the brim. Like totally to the brim, as you can see. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this top on like this to seal it off. If you have a special bottle where you can suck out the air, that would be the best. So look how beautiful this came out. And it tastes amazing. I mean, this is like healing as you won't believe it. It's just amazing. I mean, also I'm a raw vegan, so I eat I don't cook my food, so I eat a vegan diet, and also the things that you can't eat raw I won't eat, but I either dehydrate some of the things, eat a lot of fresh food, and I'm a fully raw vegan, so I don't incorporate any cooked food at all. So let me just get the last bit of the juice out. I'm just gonna open this now. Then I'm gonna push through the rest of the items. We have to unfortunately wait for this. Like I said, the cold extraction juicer, it takes a bit longer to juice than the centrifugal, but it's really worth the wait. And obviously, it will take you really quick because you can actually go off and do something in the kitchen and come back, and this juicer keeps on juicing everything, And like you've seen, it keeps on going through those blades and everything. I'm gonna move these last pieces a little bit with this tool, like I said, just so that I don't waste. I don't like wasting, so I usually try to get all the fruit and veg through. You see, just be careful because okay. So I'm just getting the last bit of the juice. Let's just reverse it a bit. I've got a reverse function. Oh, it doesn't move. Okay. Now let's just stop it. And I'm going to just trying to get this out a bit more. So we totally clear all the vegetables. Okay, it looks like that's it. So I'm just gonna stop it now. I'm gonna stop. And as you can see, there's so much juice. I promise you, with the previous juicer I had, the centrifugal juicer, this makes about, I would say, for the same juice, I could only get this bottle, what I was making. And this extra didn't, it stayed inside the pulp. So this pulp is just so dry. That's what's nice about a for example, a cold juicer. Like the pulp, you can use also to make some nice recipes in the dehydrator. Some nice recipes like dehydrated for your salad, or mix it in with some nice desserts or something like that. Especially if you do carrots, carrot pulp, or if you can't use it, you just throw it outside to your to recycle it, into nature. Okay, so I'm just gonna pour this in. It's nice to have also if you have one of these. I'm just gonna take this out for myself. Obviously, you know what? I don't want to. Okay, this one I'm gonna do like this. Okay. I can't believe how much juice comes out of this cold fresh juicer. I mean, it's just amazing. It amazes me, and it doesn't oxidize your juice. The color is amazing. You know what I forgot to put in that I sometimes put in? Maybe I won't do it today, but it's nice to put in a little bit of lemon. The lemon just gives it a nice flavor, and it's actually detoxifying. So I have some lemons here, for example. You will cut half a lemon. I would put in for this, I would probably put in a whole lemon because it's a lot of juice. But if you're making less juice, just put in like, first start with smaller amounts. So if you're not used to green juicing, don't juice a whole lemon or that big piece of ginger like I showed you the first time. Just use smaller amounts of the things that are very overwhelming, like also spinach. If you're not used to green juice, don't grease so much. Don't choose so much spinach. It's also going to be a bit more overwhelming. So make much less. Put a bit less spinach and more cucumber and more apples, and then just work yourself down to more the greener, like more stringent kind of fruits. Work that up a bit. So I think that that's how I do my juicing. And as you can see, it's a beautiful green color. I'm going to take a sip. Mm. Wow, so amazing. It's just really, really amazing. Wow, I love it. I do this every day. I drink this first thing on the morning. And then I had a bit of water. So I have this, and then this really gets me going, like my digestion, and it gives me a huge mineral boost and vitamin boost in this. I mean, the amount of iron that's in the spinach. Some people are so worried if they go a vegan, they're not gonna get enough iron that's in the meat or vitamins. But I mean, this is amazing, and it's got all the enzymes, live enzymes, and everything in here. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. And this is all for today. I hope you make your green juice. Comment below if you made it, and ask me if you need any questions, or if you would like me to coach you. I've got a special right now where I coach people for free, and it's just for a limited time only. So you can contact me. I'll help you to go vegan first. And then if you still want to continue high, raw, and fully raw, but I can just help you. I'm coaching a couple of people doing a vegan coaching at the moment, because they want to get off meat, and animal products is really going well for them. So it is amazing, and you're gonna feel so amazing. Your skin gonna clear up. You're gonna lose weight. You're gonna feel vibrant, and you're gonna sleep well. Yes, and there's so many hundreds of benefits. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. Bye bye.